Hi guys, Fabiana here from creativeswimwear.com. I make new crochet bikinis and creative bikinis every week for you guys, and this week we will be making this daisy bikini bottom. Okay, as you can see it's elastic, so I'm gonna teach you how to make the daisies, join them together to make this beautiful bottom, as well as how to make it elasticized so it doesn't come out of your body when you're swimming or diving in the ocean. Okay, as you can see it's really elastic, so I'll be teaching you how to make this bottom that matches with this top here. This top, it's a nice set, so I'll be making this whole set for you guys this week. And so what we need to make this bikini is what we need is 4-ply or 3-ply yarn. This is a 3-ply, this is a 4-ply. I mixed them both because I didn't have this yellow on the 3-ply. And so this yarn I buy here in Australia, I buy the Reject shop, is $2.50 each roll, so it's really cheap. But on the description below I put where you can find this yarn in America as well. And if you are in Europe, you can just buy 100% cotton, 4-ply or 3-ply yarn, whatever you can find there, but it's a really basic cotton, 100% cotton, no acrylic in it. Don't like acrylic for crochet swimwear. And or you can use the fixation yarn as well. It's an awesome yarn. It has a little bit of elastic in it, but I'll be using this one because it's much easier to find yarn. So to make the whole set we need one of each color, okay, not more than that. One of each color was enough, unless you're making a large. I would get two rows of the main color you're using, whatever is pink, violet. You can mix and match a lot of colors with this beautiful daisy we will be making. And so the hooks I'm using is a 2.1 millimeter simple hook like that. I use the tulip hooks, and I always have a more finer one to finish my tails, because I don't use the tapestry needle to finish the tails. And if you want to add lining to this bikini, you can use polyamide lining, same lining you use for underwear and swimwear, or you can use lycra if you have this color of lycra, or if you have a navy color or white, I think could be. They all work. Not sure about the white for this one, but I think skin color is probably the best one. So subscribe to my channel and like this video if you like this project. Let me know in the comments what you think about it, if the explanation was clear enough for you to make your bikini as well. And let's start this project right now. Start this bikini. We're gonna make our slip knot. The way I do it, hook underneath it, cross, and then cross it, and then make yarn over and chain, and that's it. And so after that, make 18, chain 18, okay. So and then from the hook we're gonna count 1, 2, 3 chains. In the fourth one we are going to make our first double crochet. So yarn over again because it's a double crochet, and then pull it through once, twice, yarn over, next chain, 1, 2, yarn over in the next chain. So we're gonna repeat that all the way until we reach the first chain. So finish this one, and now I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 12, 14, 16 double crochets, and I always count the 2 chains on the beginning as I stitch, so as a double crochet. And the second row we're gonna make 2 chains to turn our work. Okay, and we're gonna start increasing because we want a shape like that. Okay, so we want a shape like this, so we need to increase 1 stitch on every side in each row, and that's what I'm doing. So I just made this first double crochet in that last double crochet from the row before, and that's gonna increase. This way I'm increasing 1 stitch on this side, and then I'm going to increase on the other side as well. So here I'm just going to make 1 double crochet in each double crochet from before, all the way to the end of this row, and then on the the one before the last stitch, I'm going to do the same thing, 2 double crochets. Okay, so 1 double crochet across in each stitch here, and then on this stitch here, that's 1 before these 2 chains, I'm going to make 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, because I need to increase on both sides, and another double crochet in that 2 chains from the beginning. Okay, so I should have now 18 stitches here, and now on the third row I'm going to repeat the same thing, 2 chains to start, and then 1 double crochet in this first double crochet here, and then double crochet across. So repeat this rows, increasing stitches until you have 7 rows, and then once you have 7 rows we're gonna start decreasing again. So make it there, and I'll make it here, and then I'll come back and teach you how to decrease the stitches going down. I made my 7 rows here, and as you can see, starting to form this shape, and now we're gonna form this shape. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm gonna decrease 1 stitch on each side in each row. So to do that, I'm going to make my 2 chains. And now as I have 28 double crochets here, okay, after 7 rows, 2, 4, 6, 7, and now I'm gonna start decreasing. Okay, so make your 2 chains here in the beginning, and then turn your work, and then on this second stitch I'm going to make a half double crochet, half, and then pull it here. So that's gonna give me 2 stitches, 1, 2, because the second and the third are going to be 2 double crochets made together. And then from here we'll be making our double crochets as we normally do. Okay, double crochets across. And on the other side we will decrease one stitch as well. What I will do, because it's just easier, instead of two here I have the two chains and one double crochet, I'm going to make only one stitch here, and that's going to decrease as well, just because it's easier. So one, two chains, and then I'm going to turn my work and make two double crochets together on the beginning here. So one, two, and then pull it through all the way to the other side, where I'm going to make only one on the two last stitches. So what you're gonna do from here is you're gonna decrease stitches until you have 10 stitches left, counting with the two chains of the beginning. So when you count 10 stitches, you can stop, and then I'm going to explain where do we go from there. We will be using 10 stitches rows in the middle of the legs, so it's just gonna be like straight, a few rows with only 10 stitches, just to make that in between the legs part. And so here, getting to the end here, I have my two double crochets that count as one stitch, and I have my two chains. So I'm going to make only one double crochet here, and that's gonna decrease one more stitch in this row. So just repeat that all the way until you count 10 stitches, and then I'll come back and show you the rest and how many rows we have to make all the way to the other side. I have 10 double crochets left here, and that took me 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 rows together, okay? So I forgot to explain small, medium and large. So I'm making a small size here. For a medium, you start this bikini with 22 chains, and for a large with 4 more, which is 26. Okay, and then all the rest you do the same. Of course here, because here you would have more stitches because you started with more, here you're gonna have a few more rows. But we actually need more rows to make a medium and a large, so that's okay. So for a medium, probably 3 more rows from what I'm doing now, instead of, so I'm going now all the way with 10, I'm going all the way to 30 rows with 10 stitches only. Okay, so we'll be making 10 stitches rows all the way till we have 30 rows total, counting from the beginning. If you are making a medium, you would count 32 rows, and if you're making a large, 34, okay? So just repeat rows with 10 stitches all the way until you have 30 rows completed. And then we're gonna start increasing again and doing the same shape. Okay, so I have 30 rows now, and then from now on I'm gonna start increasing like I did here before, and I'm going to increase for 15 rows from here. So when I finish the whole thing, when I finish increasing, I should have 45 rows for a small, 47 for a medium, and 49 for a large, okay? So I'm going to make 2 chains here, turn my work, and then make one double crochet in that first double crochet to increase my first stitch, and then double crochet across, and then I'm going to increase again on the other side. And that's how swimwear works. Every time you increase in one side, you have to increase on the other side as well, so they are even. So here, on the stitch just before these last two chains, I'm going to increase one. So I'm making one and two in that same stitch from before, and another one here where I had my chains. Okay, so repeat that all the way until you have 45 rows for this small size, okay? I have now 40 stitches and 45 rows all the way from the beginning to here. I should have 47 if I'm making a medium and 48 if I'm making a large. And from now on I'm gonna start making this shape again, so I need to decrease one stitch on each side. Okay, so I'm going to do my 2 chains to turn my work, and then here I'm going to make 2 double crochets together in this first stitch, 2 stitches here, 2 double crochets together, and then 1 double crochet in each double crochet from now. And then at the end I'm going to decrease 1 stitch as well. So here I'll be making 1 stitch instead of 2 at the end here. Okay, so I'll do that for 7 rows now. And you do the same if you have if you are making a medium or a large in this case, because we had 7 here. Here you're gonna make 7 as well. So let's decrease 1 stitch in each side for 7 rows now, and then we're gonna make the sides of this bikini. Here I finished making that 7 rows and decreasing, so that's how the full piece looks like now. I should have 52 rows at the end, 54 for a medium, 56 for a large. Okay, and before I start working on the sides now, okay, I'm gonna place this on the side, okay, and because I need to start working on my daisies, because I'm gonna make daisies on the side of this bikini. So I'm gonna teach you how to make quickly how to make this daisy flower. It's gonna be 4 on each side, and we will have to join them together. So to start this daisy, get the yellow yarn you have there, and then we're gonna start with the magic ring. That's how you do it. Just place like that on your fingers, make 2 loops like this, turn it around, put the hook underneath the first one and pull the second one and twist it. After you twisted it, just make a chain here, and this way your magic ring won't come undone. And so after this you make 1, 2, 3 chains, and then 1 double crochet and 1 chain, and repeat that 11 times. So you're gonna end up having 12 at the end, because these 3 first chains count as a stitch, So make 11 more. So 1 double crochet, 1 chain, 1 double crochet, 1 chain, 1 double crochet and 1 chain, and repeat this until you have 12 stitches, counting with the first 2 chains. Okay, so first 2 chains and then 11 more stitches. You can close it up as you go to make it easier. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 1 chain, 12, and then another chain, pull it all the way as much as you can, and then we're gonna put the hook through that second chain we had before and make a single crochet, but don't finish it, okay? Just leave it like that because we're gonna change to the second color. And so you can cut this one, it doesn't need to be that big because we're gonna hide it on the next row. So put this away, and then to change the color, that's all we do. Pull it through like you are finishing that stitch, and then get both tails with your fingers and put them on the back there. And then you're gonna make 1 single crochet in that next chain you have there, so underneath it, okay, and then pull your tails so it's tied, this stitch is tied, and then make 1, 2, 3 chains. And then from here we're gonna work with triple crochets. So the way you do it is you do yarn over twice, so you're gonna have 3 loops on your hook, and then put it under that same chain from before and pull it, and then yarn over again, pull it 1, yarn over again twice, and leave it like that because they're gonna be made together. So 1, 2, oops, put it under that chain there, pull it, and then make again 1, 2, underneath, then 1, 2. I should have 3 of these loops around my hook, and then pull it, make it all in once, and then 1, 2, 3 chains in between them. And now you're gonna repeat this 12 times. So from now on, because here we have the 3 chains that counts as a stitch, from now on we're gonna be making 3 triple crochets together. So put it under that chain there and make 1, 2. Again, underneath, pull it once, twice, and again 1 more time. 1, 2, you should have 4 now, and finish them all together. So I'm gonna make it 1 more time. 1, 2, 3 chains. First triple crochet in that chain, second underneath the chain, third underneath the chain, and then 3 more, 2, 3. So repeat that until you count 12 petals, and then we're gonna finish this row making a single crochet. in this first stitch here. Finish this daisy. Make sure the second row, make sure you have 12 petals here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And then make your 3 last chains and 1 single crochet here. But don't finish your single crochet, okay? Because now we're gonna change to I'm gonna cut this yarn here, and then we're gonna change to our navy color. So pull it just like this, make a loop there at the end and just pull it. And make sure it's tied and hold both ends here, and then make a single crochet on top of them, right? Like just like that. Pull them, make sure that it's everything tied, and then we're gonna make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chains and a single crochet in this next arch. So just put it underneath the arch and make a single crochet, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and another single crochet, and repeat that all the way until you are back on this spot. Make sure you have 12 arches, okay, because we need these 12 arches to join them together perfectly on the side. We need 4 on each side, so we need 12 arches. Okay, so after that I'm going to make another daisy, and this second daisy I'm going to connect with the first one like we had before here. So I need 4 of these daisies connected together. So make the second one all the way to you start this navy blue color, and then I'm gonna teach you how to join them together to make this side of your bikini. Okay, so here I'm on the last row of this daisy flower, and I'm going to now join here with the other ones. I'm only gonna use 4 for a small, but if you're making a medium or a large, make 5 of them, okay? Because you need 5 on the, you need longer, your bikini to be longer on the side around the hips. And so here I'm going to make my 5 chains and connect to this next arch here with a single crochet, and then I'm going to make only 2 chains here, okay, to connect to these other flowers. So here I'm using 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4 will be joined with the flower right next to it. So here I need 4 as well, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, these 2 we will work on the side with the elastic on top of it later on. So escape 2 of this, and then on the third one you're gonna be looking at the wrong side of your flower. Okay, so these 2 will not join right now, we're gonna join just on the sides. So put your hook through this arch here, bring your yarn back and make a single crochet here, and then make 2 more stitches and connect again with the next 3 chains of your flower with a single crochet, and then 2 more, connect to the next arch with the other flower, again a single crochet, and then 2 more, with this flower again. So you're gonna be alternating in between one flower and the other flower to join them together. Okay, and then I have 3. So 1, 2, 3. And now I'm gonna join the last one here. 2 chains and 2 chains. 2 chains to one side, a single crochet in the middle, and 2 chains to the other side. And then I'm going to connect here. And then the other ones I'm gonna just make it normally. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and then join with the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next one. So repeat this all the way to the other side, and then you can cut this yarn off. And here my last 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then join here with a slip stitch, and you can cut it off. Cut that here. And what I'm doing here with this last one, this other 2, I'm just gonna pull it and cut it. Pull them as the most you can. Okay, this other 2, I'm just gonna cut because I already covered it before. And these 2, I'm gonna make 2 knots here and just pull it in, and just cover with single crochet on the last row. So I'm just gonna be covering this in the last row, and then this white one I'm going to, with the hook here, I'm going to pull it from a few stitches. I always like to use the same color, okay? So just hide the tails in the same color, otherwise they will show on the front. Okay, and these ones I'm gonna cover with my last row of single crochets, and these ones I'm just gonna cut it off. Okay, so do that there, finish all your tails before we start the sides, because then it's gonna be easier, okay? You just leave these ones, because these ones we are going to cover with the last row of single crochet here. So here, after I finish both sides, okay, this is gonna go like this. Okay, after I finished both sides, it's 8 flowers, 4 flowers to each side. I'm gonna grab my main piece back, okay, and then here I'm going to make 1 row around the entire piece, okay. And so here on the beginning, where I'm going to join the flowers only on this piece here, so I'm going to do the same work that I had here in this first row. So I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm going to skip this. I always count each row as 2 stitches. Okay, so each row is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, and make my single crochet in the middle of the second row. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, and 3 here in the middle of the next 2 rows. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, and then the next one here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's gonna be right, I want it to be right here. So right in the middle 2, 4, 6, this right at the end of the 6th row there. And then the rest of it I'm going just to make single crochets. So I'm just going to single crochet all the way to the other side, 2 single crochets to each row, so 1 in the middle and 1 in between both rows. 1 in the middle and 1 in between. So I'm gonna go all the way to the other side, okay? And then when I get here to this spot here, I'm going to do that same work, that 5 chains, skipping 2, 5 chains, skip 2, 5 chains, skip 2. I have to have the same 4 here because that's where I'm going to connect with the flowers, okay? Here in this last arch we will be making 2 chains only, and then 1 double crochet in this first stitch here right on the corner, and then from here we will be making 2 chains, and then we're gonna turn our work to start joining with the flowers. So place the flowers, because here we are on the wrong side of this main part here, okay? Join with put the wrong side here as well, put them side by side, always on the same side. If you should face both wrong sides, and so to join it we just put them together like that. Okay, we're gonna skip 2 of these arches here because we're gonna keep going to the side, and we're gonna be covering this with single crochets later. And so make 1 single crochet here and then 2 chains. We're gonna keep doing that same work we did before to join the flowers together. Then 1 single crochet there, 2 more chains, and 1 single crochet in the flower now, 2 chains, 1 single crochet here, 2 chains, 1 single crochet in this next arch, 2 chains, single crochet here, and then 2 chains and a single crochet in the flower here. There are 2 more chains. That's how it looks like now. 2 more chains, and then we're gonna skip this one here and connect, join it here. Okay, so that's how it looks like. Okay, and then here we'll be making 1 single crochet in each single crochet all the way to the other side, and then I'll teach you how to join on the other side when we get there. So here on the other side we're gonna be repeating the same thing. So here there's 1 stitch in the middle, exactly like we had there in this last one here. Okay, so 1 before the arch. Okay, we are going to make 2 chains and then connect to the flowers on the other side now. So skip 2 arches here. In the 3rd arch, I mean 2 arches from the one that's not joined. You're always gonna have 2 here that you won't join because they are on the bottom, they are not on the side of the flower. So 2 chains. Make sure this is not twisted, okay? Make sure stitching it's not twisted, stitching right like that. Okay, and now I made my 2 chains already. I'm going to join here with this other flower on the other side, and then 2 chains again and connect to this side of your bottom, 2 chains, and join here in this next arch, 2 chains, join on the other side, 2 chains, here, 2 chains, here, 2 chains, in here, and then 2 more chains. And I'm going to join here on this side, and here, because it's the last one, I'll be making a slip knot. Okay, so on this side we finished this side. Now we have to make one more row here to add the elastic, and one more row here to add the elastic on the top. But first you just repeat the same thing we did here on this side here. Okay, we're just gonna repeat what we just did. Make sure you place the flowers facing right on both sides. Okay, so now we are going to start our bikini here, right here, making this same work we did on the other side and joining with these flowers. Okay, and then after that we're gonna finish this side and then finish the other side with the elastic. So I'm going to do this side, and then I'm gonna teach you how to add the elastic here, and elastic here as well. Joining the last side here it is, the last flower, and then I didn't cut this yarn here because I'm going to add the elastic on the waist first. Okay, and so the elastic size should be double, okay, double, because all around the waist, and around 2 fingers smaller on each side. Okay, it has to be smaller because it needs to, that's what's gonna make the bikini stay on your body, so that needs to be smaller. And then I'm gonna join both sides together like this. I put both ends like one on top of the other, just like that. And then with the needle and white thread, I just stitch it like that. So I'm gonna stitch them all here, okay? For the sides is the same thing. You want the elastic to be smaller than the full length of the leg hole here. So same thing, 2 fingers smaller. Okay, so I'm gonna stitch them all together, and then I'm gonna show you how to finish this bikini and add the elastic underneath it. So make sure you're facing the right side of this bikini, okay, because we want to finish it off on the right side. And so grab the elastic here and place this part where you put both ends to, where you stitch both ends together, should be on the back. So you should grab the other side and place just behind your work. I hold with my fingers like that. Okay, and then we're gonna start working single crochets right on top of it. So after this last, what you're gonna do is you're gonna put the hook straight underneath it, put it back, bring it back, and make a single crochet. Another single crochet there. So make single crochets as many as you need to cover that elastic. Okay, so around 3 or 4 on each of these arches. Here I'm gonna place the strings, the tails behind it as well. Work the single crochets right on top of them as well to cover them. So make as many stitches as you need to cover this elastic, and also you can pull it like that. See here, I need one more stitch, so I'm making one here. Okay, it's basically just single crochets really. Okay, and then you make as many as you need to cover that elastic that's white. By the way, if you have blue elastic, that would probably work better, but it's hard to find colorful elastic, so what we do is we deal with what we have. And so just cover it with as many single crochets as you need. That's how I do it. And every now and then pull it only on the sides, okay? Because the elastic, remember, the elastic is smaller than the full size of this top. So we need to stretch it on the sides only, okay? Make sure you cover the tails. See, I'm covering here both tails with single crochets. So I just place everything under my finger, I hold it like that, and then I just single crochet on top of everything at the same time. Pull it a bit at the end, and then all you have to do is cut it off. Okay, so single crochets all the way around it. Making around two or three in these corner ones, and 3 here. So I'm gonna finish this here, finish this row here, and then we will be making our picot stitch just to match with the top. This to the back here, we don't want these tails on the front. That's it, guys, so just repeat this, always pulling your elastic a bit, so you're gonna have this elasticity on your bottoms, very important. And then just repeat this single crochet row all around your waist. So I finished this row all around my waist, and that's how it looks like. As you can see, it's really stretchy. Okay, and now I'm going to make that same row. I finished here with a slip knot in my first stitch there, and I'm going to make this little edge all around the entire piece. See this little edge here? Okay, so to do that, what I'm doing is 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, 3 single crochets, and then 2 chains, 1 single crochet in that single crochet we just made. That's gonna make the little the picot part of it, and then skip one here, skip one stitch, and on the next one you're gonna make 1, 2, 3. These 3 single crochets, it's 1 in each stitch, and then again 2 chains, single crochet in the single crochet just before there, and skip one here, another 1, 2, 3 single crochets, 2 chains, single crochet there, skip one here, and 3 more. So repeat that all the way around your bikini, and then you can cut this yarn off and then start on this side and on this side after. We're gonna add this elastic on each side, okay? So it's just a repetition of what we just did now, okay? So I'm gonna do that and finish, and then show you how it looks like at the end. So here I finished both sides. I added the elastic here, as you can see. It's really elastic. And so when I got to the end here, because that's the first time I made this bikini, I thought I think this is actually a medium, okay? So what I said the whole video, for the medium it would be for a large, and then the small one I would probably increase less stitches here on the back. So yeah, I have a smaller back. Okay, the height I would keep the height for a small. For a large I would increase around 2 rows, okay? And so here, instead of increasing 1 stitch in every single row, I would increase 1 stitch every second row. So increase 1 and don't increase the next one. So that way you would have less stitches here at the end, okay? And that would be a small size then. And so now I'm going to finish this little, so I'm using a smaller hook here, number 7. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this around one of the stitches and then make a little knot there, and then put this tail underneath a few stitches here. And then all you have to do is cut it off here. Okay, make sure you stretch it before. Okay, same with this one. Put it through one of these stitches, pull it through and make a little chain here. And then with the hook, put the hook underneath a few stitches and then just pull it. This is the easiest way to hide your tails. I make a little second knot here just to make sure it won't open, because when you go into the pool and washing it all the time, and ocean and that, you need all the knots to be really strong and well finished. So now we just cut it off here. But if you want to add lining, what you do is you turn it inside out. Okay, and what I do is just I place the fabric. I place the fabric right on top of it. Okay, place the fabric right on top of it and then just cut the same size of your bikini. Okay, so now this, our daisy bikini, it's ready. I tried yesterday, it looks really nice. I love it. So we have one more bikini finished. Let me know if you have any comments, if you find that it was easy to follow. Yeah, let me know everything you think. And on the comments below. Okay, and hope you all have a good week. Please subscribe to my channel because that helps me a lot to make more and more bikini designs for you guys, and I hope you're enjoying my channel. See you next week. Bye.